Have you ever wondered if you have an inner voice, or does everybody else around you have one, but not you? I'm here today to tell you you do have an inner voice. Everybody has that God side part of them. And by the end of this video, you will have the techniques that you can use to be able to hear your inner voice consistently. I was one of those people that I struggled to hear my inner voice. It took me quite a while, later in my adult years when I started using some certain techniques. And that's when I started. So anyhow, I'm going to get into the techniques in this video. What we're going to go through today is what is your inner voice and if something is wrong with you if you don't hear your inner voice. And the final thing in this video I'm going to share today is the techniques that I've used in the past so that I could hear my inner voice. And I am sure once you use these, you'll be able to hear your inner voice and not have everybody else around you tell you what you should do, but you would know, fully for yourself and have your own higher self talking to you. All right, let's get started. So what is your inner voice? I call your inner voice the God part of you. We all have God within us. There's a God side of us. There's a higher power within us. The universe is in us, around us, everywhere, right? And that is the God part of you, right? And that part of you is there to guide you through life. It's there. It's very, very knowledgeable. It knows what you should do and what you shouldn't do in certain situations. It can help you out of certain situations and it can guide you, towards your goals. It can guide you to wherever it is that you want to go. But you have to create the space for it in your life. If not, it will sit dormant inside of you, never being used, and you will just kind of be guessing your way through life. So I don't want you to be guessing your way through life. I want you to have that relationship with your inner voice because, when you build a relationship with something, it grows. And when it grows, it makes life so much better because I'm telling you, as some person that never used to hear my inner voice, and when I started to hear my inner voice, the experiences that I had, oh my goodness. I'll probably tell you one of those in this video too, but we'll see. Probably at the end. So actually when I'm sharing one of my techniques, I'll tell you a story that came to mind just now. So what if you've never heard your inner voice? Is something wrong with you? No, nothing is wrong with you. And it's not that you don't have it. It's not that it's not a part of you. Every person on this earth has an inner voice. Every person on this earth has a higher self. Every person on this earth, no matter who they are, have that God part of them inside of them. So you are no different. It is there. And now I'm going to share with you the techniques that I use to hear my inner voice. So when I started this, the very first technique was meditation. I started doing guided meditation and I use the Honest Guys. I don't know if you know them, but they have a good YouTube channel. They do some very good short guided meditations. There's one that was 18 minutes long and I'll link it in the description of this video too if you want to use that one. But I found that me using guided meditations and just being able to sit there, because if you're not accustomed to meditating, you're not going to be able to do it right off the bat. I think meditation is so important because you're not thinking of anything at all. You're sitting there, you're laying there, and your mind is completely blank. And that allows for not only for your energy to flow through you, but for your God self to find its space in you. For your God self to come forward a bit more. Because what we do as humans, we always, the religious people say they pray. We always asking God for things. We're always asking the universe for things. We're always asking, and we're never listening. Imagine a partner like that. A partner that always asks you for stuff. They never listen to you what are you going to do? You're going to end up dormant in the relationship. You're going to end up just sitting back there and doing absolutely nothing because you're never heard. Because this person always want their way. And that's what's going on with you and your inner voice. So that's why meditation is super important. So it's not no woo-woo thing. It's something that really works. And I know that from the time I started meditating, my life changed. I remember one time when I had to get from one part of the island to the next, and kind of in the middle of that within half an hour. And technically this drive in a busy evening would normally take over an hour. I have recently started meditating, and I remember I said, guide me how to drive on this highway. Show me what to do, tell me what to do, who to overtake or who not to overtake, and make sure that I'm getting back to my destination. And I'm saying, oh my goodness, I got back here at the right time. After I said that, I just let it go. And then I just heard in my head, take that lane. And I was like, wait, is that you? And I was like, oh my God, I nearly missed my opportunity. So I took the lane and I just listened to the guidance. I did not try to force it. I just sat there and I listened to every single thing that I was being prompted to do. I did. And I did get back to where I wanted to get, or needed to get, for the time that I said that I wanted to get there. All because I asked my higher self, I asked my inner voice to guide me, and it did. And the only way I was able to listen is because I had been meditating, creating a space for it in my life. And yeah, meditation truly works. So the next technique that I have used to hear my inner voice, keep asking yourself the same question. I remember when I wanted to find out what my passion was. I didn't know what my passion was. And I was just tired of just trying to jump onto this quick thing and try to jump onto that quick thing and just to make money. And I heard someone talk about, if you only knew what you love to do, you'd just do it over and over and it would not feel like work. And that's what I wanted to do. So back in January 2020, I decided that this year I was going to find out what my passion was. So I'll get up and I'll ask, what is my passion? And then I'll go in the front house, I'll turn on the TV, and I'll let the secret movie just play and I'll watch it. But all in the while, I'm sitting there just meditating on those words. What is my passion? And I did that straight for weeks. I think it was in the 20-something day. I can't remember the exact date, but it was between the 23rd and the 25th day that it came to me. And I heard loud and clear as I was sitting there meditating on that. Don't let me say meditating. Focusing. When I sat there focusing on that sentence, the words came to me, you love bookkeeping. And I was like, I've never done it before. And I was like, so what can I do? Because now I started to have a conversation. What can I do? Well, you can probably do like a virtual bookkeeping business. And then I went searching it up online and ended up finding a course. And when I found that course, it was too expensive in January. But you know what? Come February, and it got a massive discount and they allowed you to pay down on that course. And that course served me in my first job working in accounting. So it does work. One of the final things that I will say to in hearing your inner voice is your feelings. How do you feel in a particular situation? So you might not hear some people might not hear their inner voice all the time, but you would have a feeling like, don't do this or don't do that. That is your inner voice talking to you. That is your inner voice trying to get through to you. So listen to your feelings and follow what you feel. So out of the three of those, I will say meditation is my number one choice of, hearing my inner voice. I love to hear when my inner voice talks in my head. I go like, yeah, I'm so excited when I have those experiences. And I do make it a priority to always make space for my inner voice to guide me and to let me know what I need to do in situations. Anyhow, that's it for this video. I want to encourage you that your inner voice is there waiting to communicate with you, waiting to have a relationship with you. Just open up your mind space, create a space for your inner voice to guide you through life. Stop waiting for other people to tell you what you need to do, because I'm telling you, the best person to get your advice from is your inner voice, and it will not set you wrong. Even although it might seem like you listen to yourself, I call it listening to yourself. It's a call outside of you, and things might seem that if it's going the wrong way, it's not. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, definitely go watch it. I'll put it right here on the screen, and that will explain that part of the video. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to be brave, be strong, and be you. Bye, and listen to your inner voice.